I know what was going through your mind.
Ah,
it
great.
was chickens and
finally,
ducks.
that dream come
And
true
then,
with the chicken
there
soup.
you've got that scene again. Well, that's one thing. Let's go and change that scene a little bit more. Let's go and tweak that scene. So, we could change the lighting. We can change the weather. We can make it nighttime, daytime, whatever we like. Now let's change the content of the scene. Can you go and use the sliders? Have you got any sliders on this? Okay, we can say, well, they're coming into town, they're going out of town. Basically, you can do everything. And you are playing the game while you do this.
But seeing this looks quite complex. There's a lot of buttons on the screen. Will there be a tutorial? Will it be easy to get into? Will it be step-by-step?
Now remember, the other way of doing this is just to get your script writers to do it all for you.
Okay.
And then you just change the bits you're changing it. I mean, we're going to...
So, of course, if you use the advanced script maker, it's going to, since you can do your own story, it's going to be a bit more complex. You're going to have to work your way into it, but you don't have to do it.
Exactly. Normally, what we would do, if we have a bit more time, we would have written a script, we would have just changed things about that script. But let me just show you a little bit more about, tiny bit more about the game. If we go back and look at the game, let's look at our stars.
Exactly. That's the next question I was going to ask you. How do the stars work? Can I work with the biggest stars right away, or do I have to work my way up in order to get them?
You have to work them up. All these stars, if you look at those numbers down the left-hand side, that's where they are, they're most famous. You want to get them to number 1. So let's look at this guy. He's worried about his image. Looks a bit like you, actually.
I have no image.
He's also got a bit of an alcohol problem. Now, they can develop into full drunks. Let's go and really develop that alcohol problem. You can really abuse your stars if you want to.
So how is the character of the star determined? Can I choose that, or will that be chosen automatically?
You can choose anything about that star. You can either take what's in the game, or you can... We've got this thing called Star Maker, which is out in the shops at the moment. Totally model their face, their emotions, everything about them. And they will grow old, they'll get fat, they'll get thin. All that morphing that we had in black and white is here in the movies.
What about relationships off the screen in the movies? Will
Absolutely.
Will I be able to tell them, snicker up with that woman?
Let's put him in the bar, and let's see if he can get off with one of the other actresses. And they will get off. They'll go to their trailer and they'll have that special couple.
Can you also make relationships like Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, public relations, PR relationships?
All you do is you pick up a member of the press, you put them by them, you have an article.
Oh, cool. So what's this right here?
This is one of the movies that Woody's been being shot. This is an alien scene being shot in there. But should we just have a look at some movies that some people have done back at Lionhead? Let's just quit out and have a look at that. Now, these are, honestly, like 15-year-olds, nobody with no film experience at all. These are just, some crazy movies.
By regular people.
But absolutely regular people. Whilst playing the game. So let's have a look at this thing called You Won't Survive. What someone did, they were making the movie, they wanted to make a zombie musical comedy.
Okay.
And as the movie was being shot, they picked up the microphone and started singing. All the actors that were on screen will lip sync to what is going on, and you're going to see this now. So here we go. So you get all the credits, you can modify those. And remember, you can send this to your friends, or you can just forget about it and carry on.
How long can a movie be that I make?
As long as you like.
So if I want to make a 3-hour war epic, I'll be able to do that?
You can do that. You're going to need a lot of money in your movie studio to do that, and a lot of sets. But you can do that. So here we go. Now, if we could hear the music, are they hearing the music outside?
Yeah, the music should be heard.
So you can see them, they're actually singing something called You Won't Survive, the Gloria Gaynor song. He's rewritten the words, and this guy is lip-syncing to the words of what we're singing. They're actually singing along, and he made this complete musical zombie fest movie. They're all doing it according to... You can't
Getting jiggy with it.
Yeah, getting jiggy. That's one movie. Let's look at it quickly. Look at another movie.
Seeing this right there, it looks like a trailer that somebody released in order to show off their game. Are the camera angles that we also... Are those the camera angles you can use in the movies?
It's up to you. If you want to change... Don't show 70s guy. You need to just drag in Grim Justice into the DivX player. Just drag it on. Right, let's have a look at this film. This is a full feature-length film called Grim Justice. Someone decided to do one of those film noir, sort of very, very dark films. This is a complete story which they made. They literally sat down, was playing the game, and they came up with a film like this. So it's not only these stupid things, but it's, proper things with lighting and rain and stuff like in there. I mean, part of this dream that I had was to give you the idea that you can be in the movies. You can create your own stars. You can make your own movies while you're playing the game. And this is, like a typical film.
Once the movie is done, can I also make a trailer to the movie if I want to?
Yes, absolutely. You can edit it down and make a trailer. And all of this stuff works within the game. So when you release the game, in the game it might be a success. Your stars will go up in the rankings. When they go up in the rankings, that's really good. But it's also they can develop relationship problems. They get egos. They want big cars and big trailers. They want to be dressed right. They want to go out and do signings and autographs, and all of that is in there.
I guess the main resource of the game, of course, is money, since you need money to run a movie studio. How do you get money? Is it possible maybe to have some product placement in the movies? You say, there's a can of Coke in the background, so I get like $500,000.
We don't do product placement, but what you can do, obviously the main money of making movies in the movies is releasing films. But you can, if you want to, just run a studio that makes rubbishy films, you make money that way. Or you can make a studio that makes one big film every 2 years and make it that way.
Okay, Peter, when will the movies be released? And again, the system specs?
Early November. System specs are pretty much, what the system specs are on The Sims 2, I think. I don't know the exact ones, but I mean, they're just like on a standard.
Thanks again, Peter, for being our guest. It's been a pleasure. Ja, das war es, unser kleines Special zu Black and White 2 und natürlich The Movies. Ihr habt es gehört, es wird rauskommen im Herbst. Wir freuen uns alle drauf, aber ihr solltet euch jetzt vor allen Dingen auf den Giga Games Award freuen, denn der geht gleich los nach einer kleinen Werbeunterbrechung.